Hi, and welcome to New Jersey Productions Gaming, and today we're going to be discussing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. We're going to be talking about the storyline, overall gameplay, and the possible character rosters and the people that we desire to see inside of the actual game. So, what do you guys feel about the franchise and how it has evolved now, and what do you think about the graphics, the gameplay, and the changes from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Ultimate to what we've seen so far from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
I guess I'll start. Honestly, I've always liked playing it, so I've played pretty much every variation. I think I played every variation. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I played every variation of the games, from X-Men versus Street Fighter, all the way through.
Well, remember, it started with Children of the Atom. Let's not neglect X-Men Children of the Atom. If it was not for that game...
Well, it wasn't the first Versus series.
It doesn't matter, but it opened...
I'm looking at the Versus series, not
Alright, continue.
Yeah, so I've enjoyed it the entire time. I prefer the arcades, just because the arcade feel, you can't really... You can't get anything better than the arcade.
Well, that was the only time you was able to beat me in it, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, please. I bet you can't beat Dante right now.
Don't disrespect my valor, bro. don't disrespect my valor, bro. Put on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 right now, and I will destroy anybody in this room. I will destroy anybody in this city, because I'm just a man like that.
Okay. But Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you'll get beat by a 6-year-old.
Well, look, I don't like that. I don't like that.
If that's something you guys want to see, be sure to drop a comment in the like video below.
You want to see my godson beat me in a game? It's never going to happen. I run it here.
If we get 100 likes, then he's going to have no choice. Let's get 100 likes at least, and we'll make him, and we'll see who's better.
So, let's dive into the story of the new game. So, according to Wikipedia word for word, the story is... It goes as, believing all biological life must be purged, Ultron and Sigma forge an alliance. Now, this is where things get fun, and this is what I like most of all about the storyline so far, because you have two beings from two different realms who always had the same mindset. Like, Sigma always wanted the Reploids to take over the world, and Ultron wanted to cure the impurities of the world, which was biological life forms, right? So, using the power of the Infinity Stones, for those of you who don't know, but if you're watching this video, you must have an idea what the Infinity Stones are. It's that thing that Thanos puts inside his gauntlet. It's what the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe has been alluding up to. So they're using the Infinity Stones. The two fuse together, creating one single being that they're going to call Ultron Sigma, and they merge the worlds of Marvel and Capcom into a singular dimension. What they seek to rule by unleashing a cybernetic virus. As a result, the heroes and villains of both worlds must band together to stop all of this coming to fruition. Now, if you've seen the cinematic trailer, you got a good look at the characters they've already revealed, and they also just threw in Try to Hear You, and they had like this really cool scene in just one shot, but that was enough to like bring back such nostalgia, because Try to Hear You was just like such a stable character since Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I'm really happy that they continue to bring him back onto the new series.
Well, since Marvel vs. Capcom, actually, he was in the first one too.
True. I actually forgot about that. So, one thing that I personally don't like about it is that they took a step backwards, and well, to me, I consider it a step backwards. They're now doing 2 versus 2 opposed to 3 versus 3. My opinion is, I feel like they should have gave you the option of playing the storyline 1v1, 2v2, or 3v3, considering that all of those platforms will allow you to experience the storyline in a multitude of ways. But, you know, I didn't make the game. What do you guys think about the 2 versus 2?
I think with the game, with the processing that computers have now, it should be able to do something like that. Honestly, I prefer the 2v2 over 3v3.
Why?
It's more I see it's more stable.
Okay.
Like if you're going into like a tournament fighting circuit, like I think 1v1 and 2v2 are more stable as opposed to 3v3, where it's just chaos.
True. You're more a stable fighting environment, but I guess I like the days of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where you had so many different characters, you had so many different variations, and you can call out all 3 guys, and you just see all these robots flying and giant guns, and it was so much going on. I enjoyed that, and you always had like that one backup character. Okay, when these two guys fell, I can rely on this third guy. So I'm kind of sad that they're taking that away from me in a sense.
I kind of feel the same way. I like having options, so 3v3 for me is more beneficial. But I think that, and hopefully I'm right, I think maybe the reason why they did that could possibly lead to the storyline and how the storyline develops. And maybe incorporating another character would just make the storyline too chaotic. So I think maybe that's a reason. But maybe, like you said, maybe they could have included arcade mode where you could have at least had the option for 3v3.
Right. I mean, in terms of that, remember how in the first Marvel vs. Capcom it was 2v2, but you were able to get a third character as assist character, right? I personally haven't seen that or even haven't heard that talked about. Have you guys seen anything about that?
Nope. Not a thing. But because they did away with the assist characters because of the 3v3. So basically the characters on your team were the assist characters as well.
Okay.
But like I said, I've always preferred the older way. Even in the original Marvel vs. Capcom, I barely use assist characters anyway.
I use them all the time, especially if I got Arthur. Bro, that bro come out with them spears. It throws your character. It throws the opponent off because they don't expect that, and it gives you a whole different dynamic of gameplay. I feel personally, whereas once you see the characters that your person picked, you can easily develop a tactic of how you want to approach this person. Whereas that third little assist character, even though you didn't get to pick him personally, it just threw him off.
You could.
Really?
There's actually button combinations to pick certain characters.
That was cheating, bro. You were not talking about cheating. You were talking about legit gameplay here, Gary. Legit gameplay.
If I'm going to use an assist character, I'd pick Shadow.
Oh, you talking about the Chong-Li spin-off thing?
No, Charlie.
Oh,
He's Shadow as an assist character in the original Marvel vs. Capcom.
Right. All right. So I want to talk about a little bit about the playable characters, right? So right now they already have revealed playable characters. They're gonna have Captain America, Captain Marvel, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, Rocket Raccoon, Thor, and Ultron on the Marvel side, and on the Capcom side they're gonna have Chris Redfield, Chong-Li, Mega Man, Morgan, Ryu, Sigma, and Strider Hiryu. Now, there's a lot of speculation of how many characters it's going to be. There's people saying it's going to be 36, and I've even heard a number is as high as 52. What do you guys think would be like a suitable and keeping the game competitive and not overdoing the roster? What do you think would be a good number?
A good number. I would, being that it would be 2v2, I think probably like 42 would be good, but also would leave room for DLC characters.
Right, and from what I've heard, there's a lot of talk that this is going to leave a lot of room to have a lot of DLC put in, which would be great because according to the storyline, it seems like this is going to be a standalone game. It's not going to have any link to the previous Versus games at all in any way or form, right? So they open up a lot of room for downloadable content, stages, and characters and such like that. So I'm hoping for a huge character roster. Like, cause think about it, like they went from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that roster was like ginormous. Like you had so many characters, and even though they had gag characters in it, there was still so many other options. You didn't have to worry about anything, right?
I think there was like 96 characters or something like that.
Yeah, and that is awesome. So here's a couple of characters that I would love to see inside of the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Let's talk Darkstar, because I feel like Darkstar hasn't been really represented in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I mean, yeah, sure, you had the staple Morgan, but I would have loved to see John Talbane. The werewolf, the karate master werewolf, like he is so awesome. He's so diverse. He uses nunchucks, he uses his claws, he uses his feet, his teeth, and he also turned into this energy ball and flies around. I think he would introduce a perfect dynamic for this type of game, and especially with the graphics. Like, can you imagine how sick he will look and the combos that he will be able to pull off? And I would also like to see Felicia come back. In Marvel vs. Capcom 2, her combination possibility was just like amazing. And it's funny because the first time I picked Felicia, I picked her as a joke because I just wanted to see that super move where she calls out her sisters and they all jump you. I thought that was kind of funny, and I thought it's really hysterical anytime I would catch one of my opponents with that move because they don't see it coming and just jump, whatever. So And then I also have Jill Valentine. And when I say Jill Valentine, I don't mean the Jill Valentine from Marvel's Capcom 3. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You can tell us in the comments what you think. But I think the one from Marvel's Capcom 3 could suck in comparison to the Jill Valentine one on Marvel's Capcom 2. And this is the one where as her level 3 super, when she touched the ground, she opens a wormhole and T-Rank comes out and slashes you to pieces. Or she can call out a zombie or one of the dogs to help and assist you. I think that was a much more fun character for me. I think she would be a better option than Frank West. But, you know, due to popularity, Frank West had to be put in the game. But I would definitely much rather see the old school Jill Valentine Stars Edition. And then Cammy. This one is just straight fanboyish because Cammy has always been my favorite female fighter since Street Fighter 2 way back in the late 90s. So it would be great to see her return and do her thing. And she's always had like great combinations. And if you remember how powerful she was inside of Marvel's Capcom 2, like for me, she was my direct rival to Spider-Man because it was kind of like her supers was a clone of Maximum Spider, but she still had her own moveset and own combinations. You could take them from the air to the ground, back to the air with no problems, right? And then Wang Tang from Power Stone. Now, it's been a lot of talk. Everybody is like, oh, this game is based around the Infinite Stones. You gotta have Power Stone characters. And of course, the first name that comes up is Falcon because he's like the mascot of the show. Yes. But Wang Tang, though, Wang Tang turns Super Saiyan. Like his move is the Spirit Bomb, bro. Like that is so awesome, and I would love to see that dynamic brought into a new generation of gaming. They have never, outside of Power Stone, the Power Stone characters have never gotten their fair share of airtime on anything. So I definitely think that now is a great time to be brought back. And if you remember, in Marvel's Capcom 2, they introduced a lot of characters like you didn't know. Like the guy Hayato with the blade. Who knew what guy? I didn't know what game he was from, but once he was in the game, he became one of my favorite go-to characters because he was really good and he was really diverse. Now on the Marvel side, I would like to see Gambit return. Like, is that not like one of the greatest moves you ever seen? And
I actually enjoy catching that move.
And his combination moves and the way he jumps around and uses his swords and how you can combo him with a multitude of characters, not just Street Fighter characters, but any kind of character. He is great support, right? And then Juggernaut. Like, can anybody disagree with Juggernaut? Juggernaut has been around since Children of the Atom days. And in Marvel's Capcom 2, he was a powerhouse. He had a simple moveset, but it was great enough to throw your character off, and it was good enough to control the stage, right? So, who else do I have here? Venom. Venom is like, for me, my favorite bad guy in the Marvel Universe because he's psycho, and he's also very diverse. You have, and you can use any variant. I don't care what Venom they use. They use Eddie Brock Venom, they can use Scorpion Venom, they use Ultimate Spider-Man Venom. I'll be happy either way. Long as he has a moveset close to the moveset he had inside of Marvel's Capcom 2.
At that point, you can't use Agent Venom.
I mean, I wouldn't even go with Agent Venom because he's new and he can absorb robots. He absorbs armor. He absorbs technology. So he would fit perfectly into a universe where there is a cybernetic warfare going on, right?
Well, he wouldn't have the same moveset as Marvel's Capcom 2.
That's fine. Like I said, I'll accept it. Okay. I'll accept that. And then closing it out, I have Black Panther and Daredevil just because I like them both, and I think that the Netflix Marvel Universe should be represented in some way or form. And Daredevil and Black Panther, they're just really good brawlers, fist-to-fist fighters. They don't really rely too much on, a multitude of technology. Of course, you have Black Panther who has the whole vibranium thing and the claws, but he mostly relies on his skills as a fighter as well as Daredevil. And I haven't taken too much time, but I want to throw some honorable mentions out there, like Zero from Mega Man X. You cannot have Mega Man X and have Sigma as the main bad guys without having Zero. He was in Marvel's Capcom 3. They definitely had to bring him over. Dow Sim and Mr. Fantastic, like, that is such a mind-blowing team to me. Like, stretching and fire, they both can do it. That is so awesome. And Jin, anybody who played Marvel's Capcom 2, if you don't know Jin, you're lying to yourself. You're not a true fan. That giant arm, that giant robot, and calling out the guns, like, that is so awesome. And the Typhoon, and throwing off of the clothes, his air combos are sick. So I think his moveset definitely plays into the mechanics of Marvel's Capcom Infinite. Captain Commander, Omega Red, Storm, Taskmaster, and Baron Zemo. So that is it for me. How about you guys? What characters would you love to see?
I'll be honest. I haven't really kept up with the franchise. I'm not avid arcade gamer. So, but from what I played, I would stick mostly to my original. I would like to see my favorite superhero show up. X-Men, Iron Man, Spider-Man are my favorite. Some of my favorite superheroes in comics. So seeing them show up in the game would be something definitely that would get me back into it. So
X-Men it has been poorly represented in the past games. Like, where's Cyclops? Like, Cyclops was so awesome in Marvel's Capcom 2. Where's Iceman? Like, oh my God! Iceman was so good at Children of Adam. Like, how did they not bring him back in any of the recent fighting games? It's crazy.
Well, use him too.
That's it. That's all. And when did 2 come out? How many years between 2 and 3? There was 10. 10 long years. And they come back and no X-Men. The representation of X-Men was just like appalling. And from my understanding with the whole Fox having the rights to Fantastic Four and X-Men, and that's why they haven't been represented in the game. But from what I've seen, the recent interview with the creators of Marvel's Capcom Infinite is that they said they have the rights to use any character they want, and it will not be catered to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's right. They have access to use any characters they want, and it will not be directly tied to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So for me, that's really big news, and this is why we're doing this list. How about you, Gary?
All right. First and foremost, I gotta go with my 2 favorites. I gotta go with Ken, because I'm getting sick and tired of you in every game, and Ken gets, whatever. Yeah.
Now, when you say Ken, are we talking about the Ken that just came out in the Street Fighter 5? I really don't like that Ken.
Yeah,
I like the original Ken.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Original Ken.
Original Ken. Yeah. And Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has not been announced, to my knowledge. Anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. But
they would be foolish to not like. He has a movie coming out, and like I said, it's not tied to Marvel Cinematic Universe, but like you have to capitalize on the fact that he's getting a lot of popularity right now. Again, like he's always been a fan favorite. So now that he has a movie coming out, like it would be like stupid to not have him in there and have an alternative costume, the Iron Spider alternative costume. That's just a thought. Remember that I said it, you heard it here first. Alternative costume, Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Well, they got that Marvel Capcom 3.
See, I gotta replay this game because I didn't play Marvel's Capcom 3. Because Marvel's Capcom 3 to me, it was just I didn't like the character roster. And it was like everybody using the same character, the same combos. But the good thing about this game is they made this more to get a new audience. So it's not going to be just like the hardcore gamers dominating the online gameplay all the time. Like that takes away from the fun. Like, you know, if I am a kid, a 12-year-old, I'm just trying to get into the game, and I'm over here getting pwned by 40-year-old men, 50-year-old men who do this for a living. That kind of kills the fun. But continue.
Right. And just something obscure. Actually, I prefer to see Deadpool back. Just because he was fun to play.
Baby, yeah. I can remember Deadpool. I can remember Deadpool.
And I would like to see, mainly because you kind of mentioned Mr. Fantastic, Johnny Storm and Sue Storm.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could keep Sue.
I would like to see how Sue Storm would do it in this other game.
She don't, hand-to-hand fighting. Like I don't really. I mean, whatever. Each his own. But definitely,
she can put a bubble over your face and suffocate you.
Yeah, but how does it work in the game?
I don't know.
Make it work. Round 1, fight. Boom. You just sit there, you help slow you decay. Like she just turns invisible, run up to you and slap you a couple of times. But Human Torch is definitely actually a pretty cool thing. And I would, since you said that, like, how about the thing? They have the Hawk in there.
Oh yeah.
And that's a great matchup. Let me tell you.
That's about it for my list.
You know what else I have to say as an honorable mention? How about Thanos? The game is revolving around the Infinite Stones. Each movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is leading up to the Infinite War against Thanos, who's going to have the gauntlet with all the Infinite Stones. So how could you not have him in the game? He was in Marvel's Capcom 2, which I actually forgot about until recently, upon doing research for this video, that he was in it. And I remember he did have a pretty decent move set. And yes, and remember he had 5 super moves. Each super move represented one of the gems. Remember, he had the power move, he threw the giant ball. He had the soldier, where he sucked your energy from you and regained his own energy. He had another one where he shot lightning from his head. He had the time one where he slowed you down and he got faster. So I would love to see him come back and utilize those exact same tactics, but without the stones or his questions, his storyline. He wants to obtain the stones. So I kind of feel like you can't have a game based around the Infinity Stones without having the big bad who uses them.
No, you know what I think should happen? Leave it the way it is, and Thanos is basically a secret boss.
Yeah.
So if you complete a certain thing, just like a lot of fighting things that you like do, like perfects or whatever the case may be, throughout the storyline, Thanos is that secret boss, and he will have all the Infinity Stones.
That would be awesome. That would be like this is how it can play out. Remember, you heard it here first. After you beat Ultron Sigma, right? The new cinematic opens up. Thanos finish him off. Takes the stones from him. Put it in his gauntlet, and it's showtime. Boom. Heard it here first, people. Heard it here first. All right. So that is our character list, and that's what we think about the gameplay. So we want you guys to really get involved and tell us what you guys think about it. What characters do you desire to see in Marvel's Capcom Infinite? Time is running short, and we don't know the full roster, and they're very hush-hush about it. But remember, E3 is coming up very soon, so we should definitely get more news on it soon. And when we do, we'll be back with another roundtable discussion talking more about it. So in closing comments, guys, what do you guys want to say before we get out of here?
What do I have to say? Well, honestly, what do I have to say? Like, honestly, I prefer, like, I would hope they try something soon.
Remember how Obama just smacked the fly, tried to Obama the fly, wanted to be cool, but the fly obviously got away, so that was wrong.
Let's see. I would like for them to release some information soon. I know E3 is coming up, so I'm pretty sure they're probably just waiting for that. But the fact that I remember with the lead up for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it was like every 2 months or so they released like 2-3 characters.
Right.
So yeah, and it was constant. And I'd like to see that, especially if they're going to have a major roster, like that's going to be huge. That's more than 20.
Right.
Like showing 2 or 3 a month, every 2-3 months would be nice to lead up to the to release because in September. But I'm pretty sure they probably just want to do like I don't want to see them do a major character release on E3 and saying here's everyone. Like
Yeah,
I would like that build up.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I
that
like
would take away
anticipation.
from the anticipation.
It's just kind of like when you're. I'm not going to get into the adult situation with that build up, but anyway, what do you want to say?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, what, as Gil was saying, just releasing all the characters at once would take up a lot of anticipation from the game, and I think it would really downplay the hype on it.
Right.
So that there's a lot of hype being generated because we don't know who's going to be in it. The storyline is really good, and right now we're all like, okay, what's going to happen? I want to see what's going to happen next. I want to see the gameplay. I really want to know what's going to happen with this new iteration of the game. And if they just go like, okay, look, here's everything, then we're like, okay, well then everybody will make their decisions. Then it's like, do you really want to get this game or not?
Right. Well, as for me, please, people, give me John Talbane. That's all I ask of you. Give me John Talbane and Cammy White. That's all I have to say because I obviously like characters that get in close and like to fight. So and I think they stick very well with the story. But no, seriously, I'm very excited for the game. I've been a diehard versus series game all the way from Children of the Atom all the way up to Marvel's Capcom 3, which I kind of lost my luster for it in Marvel's Capcom 3 because I really didn't like the character roster that much. I know I'm going to get a lot of people mad at me and shaming me for it, but that's just my opinion. So I'm hoping that Marvel's Capcom Infinite revitalizes my fire in the fighting genre because Street Fighter 4 and 5 didn't really do it for me. And Marvel's Capcom 3 and 3 Ultimate didn't really do it for me. So I'm praying that Marvel's Capcom Infinite relights my fighting game fire and I get back to my former glory of kicking his butt. And when he gets started kicking his butt as well, and even beating my godson, your child named Dante, who is another character that should be in the game. We're not even talking about that because we're going to be closing out. So this is New Jersey Productions. I'm Dez.
I'm Jose.
I'm Gary.
And signing out, and just make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. We are still doing a giveaway. As you can see in the background here, we have plenty of posters. I have the One Punch Man poster signed by the English dub cast that I would like to get rid of. So we're going to be giving away at random. We also have Power Ranger posters. We have Yu-Gi-Oh lanyards. We have a lot of prizes that are free. All you have to do is just subscribe, and we'll be picking winners at random after you subscribe and comment. So thank you guys for tuning in. NJP Gaming, we out.
And 100 likes to see the Gary's got some kick his ass in there.
Damn right.
Deuces.